everybody, and welcome back to our 1.20 survival world. As you just saw, and as you can see right now in the background, I've done a little bit of terraforming. So, let me just pop my armor back on here, and let's go take a look. So, obviously, we've kind of put in our farms and stuff over here recently. We've got our sugarcane farm down there. But I kind of wanted to work over here just a little bit more. And so I ended up putting in just some kind of decorations along here. Just generally kind of clean this area up a little bit. And made ourselves a staircase up to this layer, which I've also flattened off just a little bit. And obviously gotten rid of quite a few trees. And I've done that because I think that this is going to be where we're going to be building for today. Or at least partially. I don't think that we're going to finish what I'd like to put up here today. But my plan is to do something up here for our villagers. Now, before we get to that, we have some other stuff that I would like to get done. One of which is I'd like to do a little bit more enchanting. While I've been kind of working on that, I've been kind of going down into the spawner, fixing up my tools, especially my axe, because of how many trees we had to chop at. And so I have currently 33 levels, which means that we can enchant 2 tools or armor pieces. So I think we'll start off with that. And then I have one other thing that I'd like to do before we get to work on building. But let's go pop over and see if we can get any good enchantments first. Because I already checked. Yeah, sharpness 4. Efficiency 4. Efficiency 4. Fire protection we don't want. Looting 2. And protection 4. Yeah. So I think we'll go with the sharpness first. I'll grab some up. So let me do that quickly. We'll go with sharpness 4. Knockback 2, alright. That's not great, but it's not bad either. Protection 4 on the pants, that's not bad. Fire protection, not a chance. Fire protection, nope. Fortune 3. I don't want fortune on a shovel. I think Silk Touch is much better. But we do have now Fortune 3 on the pickaxe, which would be good. So I think that that might be what we go with our other one. And hope that we get something else with it. I mean, unbreaking and efficiency would be great, but... Okay, unbreaking. Now, we could mix it with our other pickaxe, fixing this one, and then we have efficiency 4 on this with the fortune and the unbreaking. Definitely something to consider. But also, let's see, prot 4 again. Silk Touch on the shovel. Death Strider, I'm not too worried about. And unbreaking. So maybe we'll look at the shovel and the pants then. The sword can go in there for now. And then, yeah, honestly, I might actually just go use my anvil. I think we have an anvil. This one and this one. That's 20. But if we put it the other way, it's 10. Because then we're not fixing that one. And it's got Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 4. There we go. So again, we'll have to get Mending, which we don't have in here. We'll have to buy another Mending book for it eventually, but for now I'm not too worried about it. Now, the other thing I wanted to do before we get to work on our build over there for today involves a little bit of obsidian. Now, obviously, I've mentioned a few times about maybe going to the Nether, and we still have not got to that. And so I thought, how about we take at least a little peek into the Nether today? Even if we don't go explore too much, I just want to see kind of what spawn we've got. Alright, so I've got my golden boots, I've got a little bit of cobbled deep slate, I've put some stuff away, like my shears and the obsidian and things. I am bringing these with me. I'm really hoping that there's not any danger on the other side of this, because I would prefer not to lose the new pickaxe I just got. But, yeah. Okay. There is a basalt delta here. Oh no. You know, I don't think I've ever gotten that before. Like, ever. Well then. Oh. Okay, that's a little dangerous. So we do have a basalt delta here, which I'm definitely not going into. But I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of wandering around, being that we're in a nether waste. Though I do want to cover my portal just a little bit, especially if there's going to be ghasts spawning around here. And also this just random lava pillar that's decided to be here. We're ready to go. So, now actually we can grab a little bit of quartz while we're in here as well. I mean, hopefully there's a fortress fairly nearby, so we don't have to wander too far when we do decide to start working on end game stuff. But we have to wander a little ways. It's alright.
After wandering around in the nether for a while, I decided to get back to the overworld and get to work for today. Alright, this is our cafe. So, basically, what I'm thinking for up here, being that I didn't fully explain it, was I kind of wanted to do a small town or village or something up here. And, I mean, we've been talking about the whole overgrown barista look and maybe making like a cafe to go with it. So I thought we'd start working up here by doing just that. So, we've got this little, like, kind of canopy bit out here with a little brewing stand that's maybe used to make the coffee and the different drinks. We've got a few pots here that I'm using as cups. And we've got this little space here, which I actually have another detail that I need to go get to put in there. And then I have this little furnace. We got a campfire underneath here to make the smoke. And then we've got a little like kitchen kind of idea back here. Maybe that's where they make like the baked goods and stuff for the cafe. And then I'm also imagining maybe out here somehow, some way. I'm not sure. I might have to flatten this off a little bit better. But I kind of want like a seating area. Yeah, it's gonna start rating. Okay. But yeah, I kind of want like a seating area. And like maybe some lights and stuff. Kind of for the cafe, I guess. And then also, I kind of want to make a farm. It won't be auto or anything, and I won't spoil what it's going to be quite yet. But I would like to make a farm when we get to that point. However, I think I'd like to go get that final detail for the cafe first. So I'm going to need to go get a boat, and then we can go on a little adventure, I guess. Our final detail, shouldn't really call it detail, is our villager. So I don't know why, maybe someone can explain this better in the comments, but for some reason when I had the brewing stand up here on the mud brick, the villager wouldn't use it. It wouldn't turn into a cleric. And so I put it on the floor and it seems to be working. It is a little unfortunate that it has to be on the floor, but maybe there's just something I don't understand about the way that, like, maybe there has to be a space above it. I don't really know. But the thing is, I tried putting it here instead where this pot is, and it also didn't seem to work. So I don't know if it's just an issue of it sitting up on top of something or what exactly is going on there, but anyway. I thought that the cleric made sense because we already had the brewing stand there, and also because the cleric's pretty useful, I feel like. So it's nice to have one. And yeah. So I think next we should probably get on to the seating for over here. And I was actually thinking a little bit on how I said originally I wanted to flatten this out. And I'm thinking maybe that's not how we go about this. Because when kind of coming up with the idea for this little, like, village, I was kind of imagining sort of a giant tree house. Now, obviously, the cafe is not in a tree. Because, honestly, I do think I want a few things on the ground. But I think that maybe the seating for the cafe could be up in a tree. And I think a tree, honestly, would fit really well right in this space here. I don't know exactly where. It's gonna have to be a pretty big tree as well, I feel like. It's gonna be holding up a whole seating area. That's probably fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this tree together in a quick little time lapse. as well as the seating area on top of it.
And then we will go ahead and decorate it, and then get working on the farm I want to build.
Alright, so we've got our little eating area here. We've got our tree kind of popping through it. I didn't do it exactly the way I was originally intending because I didn't make the tree quite as big as I was originally planning because, wow. If I did that, I think we would have been here for a few hours. But I think that this will still work. And then I've also put a giant umbrella because I thought it was cute and a fun idea. It's not completely flat. As you can see, there's some blocks on the top. It looks like it from up close, but it's not quite. Now, yeah. So earlier I mentioned about the farm I wanted to do, and I've been kind of thinking about where I wanted to put that because, you know, that was kind of part of my issue of why I didn't do it earlier and why I started with this is because I kind of knew that I wanted this here-ish. And actually, I'm thinking maybe the cocoa farm can go back here. We'll flip this trapdoor up and sneak in here. Got a little ladder inside the tree to get down here. Obviously, I haven't done literally anything down here yet, but I think that this is where our cocoa bean farm can go. Because obviously, as you can see, I've just made some cookies, not only for decorational purposes, but I think that we can probably eat them as well, because, I mean, they're about as good as the sweet berries, to be honest. Maybe a little worse, actually. But honestly, I mean, matches the whole aesthetic that we're going for. And again, I mean, I do kind of look like an overgrown barista. So, you know.
we are in our little hole here that we've got for our farm, and I'm just sort of working out kind of where everything's going. So I think this whole wall is just going to be the farm, I think. Oh my gosh. To go. Alright. So, yeah, I think what I want to do is I've grabbed a little bit of birch wood, which we got earlier from kind of cleaning up the area above. And I actually want to make a little, like, staircase, sort of, to get down. I don't know if I want to use slabs or stairs exactly, but maybe we'll do, like, a little mix of both. So what I'm kind of thinking is we'll have a little platform to stand on. I'm just thinking this room might not actually be as big as I need it. Might need to go one further, which may be a bit of an issue. Okay. Let's push this back a little further. We do have a bit of a cave here, which I'm gonna have to kind of block off as we go, I guess. And we've got all this sand that we're gonna have to clean up. But yeah, generally what I'm thinking is we'll kind of have like a staircase. So we'll come down the ladder, we'll have this little platform, and we'll have a staircase going down. And then you can kind of collect the cocoa beans off this wall that's going to be here. Oops. Okay, and then we're going to need to do a little bit of that. And yeah, I think it'll be pretty good, hopefully. That's on the top half of the blocks, so these should be down here. So yeah, the only issue is you can't get under that. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift this out one. Grab this. And go like that. Then we can add more stairs here. Oh, but they have to be right. Do it like. Which does mean that this also doesn't work. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But I do also want to put in the actual farm. So I don't think that this needs to go all the way to the ceiling. And it can't because I can't remove that block because that goes to the outside. So what we'll do is I think we'll just do maybe some mangrove slabs on the ceiling. Or something. Maybe even some stairs, actually. Yeah, let me make some stairs. Dang it. This is just, yeah, going great. I'm one short, okay. There's 4 more. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. And then while we're in here, and since we're going to be in here decorating for a while, might as well plant these now, and then they can start growing. And there we go. And we can put a lantern. Oh no, we can't. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to adjust the stairs a little because they don't really work right now. And kind of clean things up a little bit. Generally just make this room look nice. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut to when that's all done. And then we can kind of move on to the next stuff that we need to do. And we've kind of finished everything for today. So, we did our little cafe. We did a little eating area for it, made a custom tree with a cocoa bean farm underneath. Added a little path. So it's kind of like, oh, there is something here. We got our cafe with our new cleric. And then we've got our new building over here with our librarian in here. We're missing a few decorations from in here, but I'm a little short on materials at the moment, and I also don't want this video to go on for too long, and I also don't want to have to work so long that the video is any later than it already is. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I haven't moved this guy yet, so we'll get him in the next episode. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone!